Have you ever wondered what happens to the unsolved cases? The families left in limbo, the questions that linger in the silent corridors of old police stations, the faces staring back from faded photographs, waiting for justice. Tonight, we explore the chilling world of cold cases, and how, in the age of technology, even decades-old mysteries are being unraveled by tools once thought to exist only in the realm of science fiction. From a single drop of blood forgotten on a weathered floorboard, to digital footprints hidden deep within abandoned email accounts, forensic science has begun rewriting the fate of the forgotten. This is the story of lives lost, families haunted, and crimes once buried in time, now brought back into the light. Cold cases hold a unique power over those they touch. For families, it is a grief without resolution, the horror of not knowing what happened and to whom. Communities live under the shadow of these crimes, unsure if the perpetrator ever faced justice or walks among them still. The emotional weight of unanswered questions can last generations. Parents cling to faded photographs. Siblings imagine alternative lives. Children grow up with stories of an aunt, a brother, a mother, whose fate remains unknown. But in every case file gathering dust, there lies a single truth. The past leaves traces. And in the right hands, those traces can finally lead to answers. The last 2 decades have witnessed a revolution in forensic technology. Where once investigators relied on fingerprints and eyewitnesses, fallible, corruptible, perishable evidence, today's forensic specialists command a digital arsenal. Advanced DNA analysis has transformed criminal investigation. Modern techniques can identify a suspect from a fragment of hair, a single skin cell, or environmental traces so minute they once seemed insignificant. Through genetic genealogy, familial DNA matches can link evidence to relatives of a perpetrator, tracing bloodlines when direct samples elude capture. Facial recognition powered by artificial intelligence allows investigators to compare historic composite sketches, security footage, and age-progressed images against massive databases, identifying potential suspects or the long dead, offering names to once unidentified remains. Digital forensics, too, has unlocked evidence from the intangible. Social media activity, deleted text messages, metadata embedded in old photographs, and cloud storage files can now reveal associations, timelines, and incriminating clues no traditional investigation could have uncovered. This convergence of biology, data, and digital sleuthing means no cold case is truly untouchable anymore. Across the world, these technologies have led to extraordinary breakthroughs. Take the case of April Tinsley, a tragic 8-year-old abducted in 1988. For 3 decades, investigators held only a fragment of DNA recovered from the crime scene. It wasn't until 2018, with advancements in DNA genealogy, that police could finally trace the genetic marker to a suspect's family tree, leading to his arrest. Or the Golden State Killer Joseph DeAngelo. Between 1974 and 1986, he committed at least 13 murders and over 50 rapes across California. The case lay dormant for decades. In 2018, forensic genealogists used crime scene DNA to track down relatives of the perpetrator, building a family tree that ultimately pointed to DeAngelo. And then there's the digital sphere. In 2019, investigators solved the identity of Lori Erica Ruff, a woman who lived under an alias for decades. By cross-referencing social media metadata, old digital files, and facial recognition software on historical images, authorities finally uncovered her real name and backstory. Each case a testament to persistence and science's expanding reach. But these breakthroughs come with ethical considerations. Genetic databases originally meant for recreational ancestry testing now double as investigative tools. The privacy of individuals and their unwitting involvement in criminal probes raises serious debate. As astonishing as these achievements are, the future of forensic science promises even more. 3D imaging now allows investigators to reconstruct crime scenes and human remains in extraordinary detail, revealing trauma patterns, time of death estimations, and identification markers long after decomposition. Forensic genomics pushes DNA analysis beyond identification into predicting physical traits, ancestry, and predispositions. Soon, Investigators may be able to generate facial approximations from DNA alone, building images of unidentified suspects never caught on camera. And emerging biometric identification tools measure gait, voice prints, and even micro-expressions, opening new investigative avenues. What was once imagination, a detective's guess, now emerges as calculable data. But these tools demand balance between public safety and personal privacy, between justice and ethical responsibility. For families living with unanswered questions, these technological advancements represent more than just science. They offer hope. Hope that someday, a lab technician might test that forgotten scrap of evidence, or a digital forensics expert might discover a vital clue in an ancient hard drive. The impact of finally learning the truth, of being able to lay a loved one to rest, knowing their killer faced justice, cannot be overstated. Each solved case is not just a triumph for the investigators. It is a reclamation of dignity for the victims, a long-delayed closure for the bereaved, and a warning to those who believe time would protect them. As forensic science marches forward, so too does our ability to ensure that no voice goes unheard, that no life is forgotten, that no crime remains unpunished. This is more than technology. It is remembrance. It is justice. And it is a promise to the voiceless that we will never stop listening, because the past always leaves a trace. And now we have the power to find it.